Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this live trading webinar. I hope everyone is doing great so far. And let's say good morning to our friends who join us. So, Roland, how are you doing, my friend? Good morning, Mr. Larry. Said good morning, Theo. Good morning, Larry. Ibrahim, good morning, Theo, and good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ibrahim. I hope you're doing well. Mogiol, good morning, Mr. Theo, and everyone. Good morning, my friend Mogiol. Nick, how are you doing? Hello, everyone from Nick. Maria Julia said, good morning, all. Good morning, Maria. Mogiol, a question. Would appreciate non-financial advice on Euro JPY for educational purposes, please. Okay. We will check the Euro JPY. Vincenzo, good morning, my friends. Rumen and Cherry, how are you guys? Good morning, everybody from Rumen, and good morning, everyone from Cherry. William said, hello, Theo. Good morning again. Good morning, William. Argo said, good morning, Theo, and good morning, Argo. Mladen said, good morning. How are you doing, Mladen? So, and of course, to everyone else that they are sitting silent behind the screen, good morning to every one of you guys. Mr. Carlos, welcome to the webinar. So, as usual, the risk warning states that this quantity is for general information only and is not intended to provide trading or investment advice or personal recommendations. And as many of you know so far, where to refer to listen your about the fundamental analysis on the podcast section on our website. And for new traders, please make the effort and download the mobile application. It's a very simple and helpful tool. Quickly to check the calendar for today. And it's only based on the MetaTrader actually calendar. That's where we extracted the information from. It shows the CHF to be affected in the next 30 minutes or so by the consumer confidence. There is no forecast so far, only the previews that it's minus 29.7. In other calendars, they show this as an low significance event. But really the main focus is still on the New Zealand early this morning. Unemployment rate rose, and still traders, they are dumping the Australian dollar based on the surprise outcome yesterday of the rates. So today, I think I have the correct screen. Yeah. So that's the one. Let's start with the pound against the US dollar. Raquel said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Raquel. Hope you're doing well. Now, pound US dollar on the weekly chart. As you see, the moving averages, they bullish crossed over at this point here. That's a golden cross, and found some resistance, strong resistance, and the price start moving backwards. Based on these higher highs and higher lows, we can say that this price move, it calls correction. If we check the lower time frame, let's say we want to find some buying opportunities on the daily chart, because the weekly chart it's in an uptrend, we have to see some black candles on the daily chart and wait for the price to approach any level of support, either using some trend lines either using some horizontal support, either combination of few different tools. Now, at this point here, we want to see a clear reversal pattern. There are some support, guys, below this low price. There is a support. There is another support here on this swing low. But we have to choose few of the support zones and stick to them, because as you go in lower time frames, you're going to see more and more support on the charts. Okay, and that's why I always say it is important to find and decide, at least for a while, which it's going to be our time frame. We will do the analysis, and then which is going to be the time frame to execute trades. Like for a daily, for a trader does analysis on the daily chart, it has to go mainly to the lower time frames for execution. But for the daily chart, this is now a downtrend. We have a lower highs and lower lows. So cautiously on the lower time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour chart, we have to take the signals that they are in a line with a higher time frame, the one we just said, daily chart. So if you're looking on a daily chart to do your analysis, for example, now on the 1 hour chart, maybe we're going to find some double top, or we're going to use this swing to find the retracement and sell from there. That's how we go from the higher to the lower time frame. And on a different time frame, we're going to see different market structure. I'm just making a small, not introduction, but I'm just saying few important stuff for those who are trading intraday, or for those who are new here and still don't understand, or still trading, but you still haven't figured out how to trade on the lower time frames. And I'll try to give you as much of information as possible during these live trading sessions. Next one is the euro against the US dollar. That's a weekly chart. Market made higher highs and higher low. The price reached this area of 1.207. On the daily chart, drawing this upward trend line, price found the support, and it kind of bottoming on the daily chart, but it's not a reversal pattern here. We want some strong evidence. We want a support price to be supported by a horizontal line as well. If I'm about to buy this market, I will prefer to stick to the bullish engulfing entries only. If for sell, pretty much some lower highs and lower lows on the lower time frames. But so far, it's a bit of congestion on the price around this upward trend line. Next, Australian dollar, US dollar, and in my opinion, for the next few days, Australian dollar, and the Kiwi, based on the today's outcome, are the weakest across the currencies. You see how much yesterday the Australian dollar sold, and today it's already we haven't joined the London session, and 65 pips already moved on an average true range of this currency pair of 76 pips. And guys, this is a very informative for you, because the ATR shows that there are 76 pips on average on the last 14 days move on this currency pair. And if someone who wants to trade intraday the Australian dollar against the US dollar, and they measure how many pips on average, how many pips today this pair moved, it moves 64 pips. And on average, the move, it's about 76 pips. So how high is the probability of this today's candle to move much more than the 76 pips? Not that much, because on average, this is the information we have. So if we identified, let's say during the London session, the market moved 100 pips and we identified an opportunity, let's say on the 5-minute chart, maybe we're going to be a bit more skeptical to start selling the Australian dollar against the US dollar, because the average true range shows that this move pretty much is over. And that's something else you have to add in your tools when you're trading intraday charts. If you trade swing trading, where you buy the position or you sell it and you keep it for some period of time, that's a totally different story. But if you are in and out of the market on a daily basis, you must understand and pay attention to the number of the ATR, average true range, based on the last 14 days. It's this number here, and today we have almost reached the number without the New York session and the London session kicking yet. We are still bearish. I'm just saying, understand these factors that affect the currency trading. New Zealand US dollar looks like it's on a free fall, and the next area of support can be found at the bottom here. There is no any obstacle, and the price usually move from a resistance to support if it's falling, or if it's rising from a support to resistance to where many orders are sitting and waiting to be executed. So that's why we call on a free fall, because if we look at the left, we don't see any kind of obstacle here. On the weekly chart, though, a bit more clarity. We create a new low, price made a new low, lower highs and lower lows, and it looks like on the lower time frames, if we find some selling opportunities, that can make it an ideal tradable currency. Next, the US dollar against the Japanese yen. Market made higher high. On the weekly chart, we identified that this is a resistance. Therefore, higher lows, a new higher high now. An upward trend line can be drawn. Price can come either to retest the trend line, or 60% of this move here from 100 to 0% if we draw the FIB. Somewhere here, maybe we can initiate positions. Now, the previous swing and the most recent one, it's this area here. Okay, this one here we used to have on the chart is not valid anymore, because the market already move above and beyond, and it's done. So we can delete. That's why I deleted this horizontal line. Valid swing, again, it's the most recent one. Overall, I'm bullish on position trading, on swing trading, but today the market is showing a type of correction, and I wouldn't be interested, excuse me, to sell it, because overall, and again, I see this mistake by traders all the time. Overall bias, overall market bias is higher highs and higher lows. If I go on a 15 minutes or 30 minute chart and try to sell it just because I see sellers moving the market lower right now without an overall picture to support the current move, it's just a type of correction. We want high probability trades, and that's the only way, by trading high probability trades, to gain confidence and trust to our trading plan. Because what traders need is the confidence when they experience losing trades, not the greed when they experience positive results. Because when you experience losing trades, the first thing, if you're not consistent with your trading plan, you start questioning your ability as trader and your trading plan. Is it a good one? Does it work? Maybe not. We don't want that. I'm still bullish up to this point on the USD Canadian dollar. That's the pair USD Canadian dollar. After this accumulation at the bottom here, some double bottoms, strong bullish or positive divergences on the RSI. Price now, it's the RSI, it's above 50, and that's bullish. And it looks like the market, now we forget these low points here as valid zones, because we have a new defined high, and that's what we want to use as for resistance. Overall bullish on the US dollar, really. This one here, I'm still holding a position from this bullish engulfing. I'm targeting this top line here. That's the 0.882. So in general, we identified some strength on the US dollars and some weakness on the other currency pair. Now, the other currency pairs, are they weak because of some fundamental or technical weakness? No, they are just selling off because of the strength of the US dollar. The weakest out of them is the Australian dollar and the Kiwi, because the fundamental news didn't support any growth in the economy or any strength in the currency. And as for my friend Mogil, and non-financial advice and for educational purposes only, the Euro JPY is approaching this area of resistance that it found it around 158. For higher time frame, maybe sell accumulation will join forces at the top here. For now, I'm not willing to sell because the price really didn't tap into an area or a spot of resistance. And many times that's a misleading of the price. You can see the price come like this and then shoot upwards. And if there is a strong resistance here, we're going to see a reversal immediately. But if it's not a strong resistance here, we're going to see a break to the upside. Next one, JBP, JPY. Again, let's delete this one first. On the weekly chart, there is a resistance found at this point. There is also another resistance here, guys, as you can see. This is a resistance, right? But we have to decide which one is which one we believe it's the most significant, and we will be waiting for the price to tap into that area and then to look for short opportunities. Now, this can make it a nice tradable opportunity if the pound managed to push a bit higher and get rejected at this area of 184 point, was actually 184 Japanese yen. If price tapped here and rejected the RSI, it will be well with negative divergence, and it will add some value to the short side. But for now, I don't see any tradable opportunities in this time frame. Okay, again, I repeat, if you are doing analysis on the daily chart and or on any other time frame, and you go to the lowest time frame to place your orders, you see totally different structure. And in 30 minutes, unfortunately, it's impossible to cover all these time frames in all these currency pairs you guys are trading. If the webinar was for 2 hours, we could do that, but unfortunately, it's not for 2 hours. A strong tradable opportunity found based on technical analysis that I do on the daily chart, Australian dollar JPY. There is a trend line, a downward trend line on the 4th touch here, and it makes it super strong. On the daily chart, again, if someone does analysis on the daily chart, and then lower time frames like 4-hour chart, bearish engulfing, super, super nice opportunity, or even on the 1-hour chart, this bearish engulfing here. Remember, I told you on the 4-hour charts, you're going to find this a lot. And if someone decided to trade only this type of patterns along, it has extremely high probability reward to risk. Which pattern, after you see a strong directional move, and in the next 3 to 4 candles, you will see market is just moving sideways without any major impulse, then you can place a sell stop order below the low of the longer candle and a tidy stop loss above the recent highs and go for at least 221. I tried it, I tested it, I traded it a lot in the before, and it's really high probability trading setup. And I found it to work exceptionally well on the currency pairs on the 4-hour chart. CAD JPY, same in directional move so far. Even this higher high, it's not that strong. So on the sidelines now. In New Zealand JPY, weakness on the Kiwi based on the unemployment news early this morning. Euro Canadian dollar. If you guys are trading any of these, let me know. I will put some analysis on the screen. Next one, gold. Market came just 7 pips from my take profit, and it didn't tap into the take profit area. So bearish engulfing yesterday based on the bodies only. A strong gap on the open early this morning. Here is the gap, about 64 pips. It's massive, massive gap. And yeah, that's the information on the gold. I'm still bearish. If you see on the weekly chart, there is the tendency of the market to push lower, and support found at this point here and at this point there. I just took somewhere in the middle. I will rearrange the support if we're gonna break below this one here. For now, it's no point. WTI, I think for our chart, we tried to take this break to the upside, but it didn't occur yesterday. Still bullish until this $83 area. Market is in a strong trend. Let's see if we can use a channel. Channels are very useful, guys, if they appreciated by the price move. Honestly, if we see this one here, it's a strong area of confluence. There is a resistance and there is the return line. If price tapped at this area, chances are a sell-off might occur, and it's going to be a strong one. Ruben said, good morning, Theo. The DAX took a dive yesterday. Yes, we'll check the DAX in a while. Larry, please look at silver. Okay, Larry, William, notification, 5 minutes to London Open. Theo, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Sometimes I totally forget that we have to check the DAX. Mr. Carlos, hi, Theo. Could you please analyze the Dow Jones 30? Definitely. Palmier, good morning and welcome to the webinar. Silver and Dow Jones. Silver follows vigorously the gold, and it's more clear than the gold. Honestly, we have this nice of bearish structure, lower highs and lower lows. We see strong candles for the seller. And I believe that the market, it has to give at least until this inside support, very, very strong inside support, the high of this doji candle. And you can mark it in your chart. So I will be looking from today to sell the silver all the way down here. Maybe it's going to be on a, I don't know if it's going to be right today. Okay, I'm not going to just press the sell button right now with a stop loss above here because the risk reward is not favorable. I would like to, when I say I will be looking to take this directional bias, I mean technical analysis apply in all levels, and I'm not going to blind just buy or sell any currency pair or instrument. Okay, and the last one, Dow Jones, is sitting at this support here on the weekly chart. Up. Did I press something? Okay, on the weekly chart, there is a strong resistance found at this area. As you can see, I already marked it, the high of this bullish, bearish engulfing candle, and market finds some resistance here on the daily chart. We are in an RSI, it's in an overbought area, and that can make it a good to look for some shorts. What you can see, guys, is this bearish engulfing candle, and the market didn't sold off, but also here it's a trick the market they do all the time. In a before they sell off aggressively from a resistance, we see a first signal like a bearish engulfing, and then inside candles, three inside candles all the way. If the sellers are not strong here, it means buyers, they are somewhere around the corner, but there is no buying pressure. So be suspicious on this one, and any higher high can be utilized to place a sell stop order below the low for the bearish engulfing. DAX daily chart, super aggressive drop. That's the support there. For our chart on the free fall, 5-minute chart, one of the best setups, honestly. Directional move, not that much of move to the upside. A sell stop order can be go below this low point, and for a buy stop, let's check the fib, where's the 61.8. So if the market comes all the way here, maybe we're going to see a reversal. So a buy stop, a confirmed buy stop for me, come on, it's going to be above the high of this one here. But I really expect it a move to the downside, and I will be happy if I see a move to the downside. There is plenty of room if the market decided to push lower, honestly. Let's see what it's going to do. Got triggered on the downside, delete the first order. Let's hope for a valid breakout and not a false breakout. All the time. Traders worry is a valid breakout when we apply this strategy. Okay, and that's normal. Let's see. Already 7 pips, not sustainable yet. Hayao Jifeng said, good morning, Hayao. Is anyone trading anything else or is looking to trade something else? You can let me know on the chat. Let's see if it's gonna end up as a false breakout here. That's a 5-minute chart, guys. Bitcoin on the daily chart, it found some support here around this area. explosion this morning. Okay, good. So let's see if this is going to be the beginning of the new uptrend or it's going to be just a temporary move to the upside. Back to the DAX. Playing around. Let's see on the 1 minute chart if we see a continuation of this bearish engulfing candle. Although on the 1 minute chart, you can see that the market found support at this hammer low, and the RSI is above 30 and shows positive divergences. So the expectancy is to see some bullishness on the 1 minute chart. Again, in these situations, market also can retrace, taking in consideration the 5 minute chart we analyze. Market can even go and tap into the 61.8% before it continues to moving lower. So it said good morning, and welcome to the webinar. It looks like that the market is selling off, guys. Already 12 points played in this trade. If you are looking to take some profits, uh, 12 points already. Let's see if you close the trade. I didn't manage to close, but now I will close it. Yep. Okay. We are on the 15 points. Again, that was a good trade for the scalping this morning. If you are still in the trade, you are on a nice 17, 18 points and still selling off. That's perfect. But remember, at some point, don't be greedy, don't be very aggressive. At some point, the market, it's going to retrace. And when we scalp the London Open, we have to understand the market risk. So, guys, 30 points. I don't know if you're still in the trade. And that's awesome if you are still in the trade, but just not be greedy. Okay. 1 minute chart. Nice. All righty. I think that's all done for me, Roland. Or nice. Hands don't scalp trades. Okay, guys, again, it's not for everyone. My trading style is what suits me. Maybe doesn't suit anybody else. That's okay. But I see that many people, they can associate with my trading style here, and I'm happy to keep doing that. Ruben, I'm in, but my stop loss is at my entry point, took 70% of profit. As I'm not able to give financial advices, I'm not going to give any financial advice, but Ruben, here we scalp, and if that works for you, absolutely, that's great. But remember, scalping is not position trading. We get in and out of the market. William, Theo, I learned a lot. William said, Theo, I learned a lot from you in scalp trading. So thanks. You are very welcome. Mogil said, got 16 points. Fantastic. All right, guys. Again, if you find value on this webinar, I will appreciate if you give some likes on the video. And I hope everyone is enjoying these webinars and happy and safe trading for later on, for those that are going to intraday. For me and Admirals, again, would like to say a big thank you for your support and participations, and I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much.